Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends retro-carded Uncanny X-Men Avalanche. Let's get into it! Let's start things off with a look at the packaging. And, you know, very retro feel, which is what it's supposed to be. You got Marvel Comics, my favorite Marvel Comics logo. And then you've got, you know, the four heads. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. The Uncanny X-Men 4 and up. Nice artwork of Avalanche. And a nice blister showcasing the figure and his accessories, which is just a pair of hands, it looks like. Seismic Force, Marvel's Avalanche. Nothing on the bottom, nothing on the top, nothing on the sides, because it's a blister. On the back, we've got Marvel, the Uncanny X-Men, and here's the cross-sale of Wolverine, Dark Phoenix, Longshot, Multiple Man, Avalanche, and Spiral. And then here we have some nice line art of Avalanche. Marvel's Avalanche. Brotherhood of Mutants veteran Avalanche can generate powerful seismic waves from his hands. Awesome. Attention! Don't stick things in your French pie hole that do not belong there. Don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. And recycled Hasbro print, that number. Small fine legalese made in China print, each sold separately, subject to availability. Made in China print, barcode and symbols I'm not going to learn. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers, and we'll start with the accessories, which is a pair of hands. And they're that kind of reachy out kind of hand on an in and out hinge. These are done in swirly twirly plastic, it appears. No paint apps on it, and that's fine. Looks pretty much like a gloved hand. And same on this one, on in and out hinge. Well, let's take a look at the figure himself. And we'll start out with the head. And I have to say, between the sculpt, I don't know, maybe it's not the sculpt necessarily. Maybe it's the helmet. But I don't know, maybe it's a sculpt too. But between the sculpt and the paint that's on the face, this really throws me back to the Toy Biz days of Marvel Legends. It's just, that's what it reminds me of. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it reminds me of the paint we used to get on the faces of the Toy Biz era. And speaking of paint apps, I pretty much think that's it for the paint, is the eyes and the mouth, and that's it. I think everything else might be molded in color. And it's like this neck piece here, the neck goes down into here into the shoulders, and I believe this is a separate piece from this torso part. So I believe that's new, and that's new. So the arms are probably reused, the legs are probably reused. crotch probably as well. The belt and abs look to be new. And again, I don't think there's really a whole lot of paint on this guy. It's this blue here on the, you know, just below the elbow. That's part of this piece here, so I think it's made in the swirly twirly plastic. And then this might be paint here. And other than the face, I believe that's it. I could be mistaken. Wouldn't surprise me if I was. But that looks like all the paint to me. Well, let's take a look at his articulation. He's on that, what I like to call the classic Hasbro Marvel Legends ball and hinge at the head and neck. He can look up that high. He can look down that far. He's got some chicken neck, just a little bit. He's got some waggle, but it's not a lot. He can do the full exorcist. At the shoulder, looks like that's as far as it goes up. Let me try the other one and see. Nope. Nope, it should go up at least all the way up to the armor, and that's where it stops. So, there it goes. So, not quite 90 degrees. And then also at the shoulder, he will do a 360 degree rotation. Cut here at the upper bicep for another 360 degree rotation. I'm gonna have to soak that arm. I thought I did that, but maybe not. Double hinged pinned elbow. And I have to tell you, this guy feels, his plastic feels really soft. Bendy. But anyway, he can get, speaking of bend, he can get that much bend at his elbow. At the wrist, 360 degree rotation on an in and out hinge. And in and out hinge on the other side as well. Now he does have that classic Hasbro Marvel Legends ab crunch. It allows him to bend back that far and crunch forward that far, and he has no hula. He does have a cut at the waist for another 360 degree rotation. At the hips, he'll only give you that much of the splits. He does kick up past 90 degrees and not even a half a step back, really. Cut at the upper thigh for another 360 degree rotation. Double hinged pinned knee, and it gives you that much bend, so that's pretty cool. There is a cut at the top of the boot that has a very tight 360 degree rotation there. The ankles tilts down that far, tilts up that far, and forward facing pin for rocker. And that, my friends, is a look at the figure and his accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Marvel Legends retro carded X-Men Avalanche with some of his Brotherhood of Evil Mutant / Freedom Force buddies. Pyro, Marvel Legends Pyro from the Pyro and Rogue 2-pack. The Marvel Legends 20th Anniversary Toad. And the Marvel Legends The Blob. For our final set of comparisons, here we have the Marvel Legends Series X-Men Retro Carded Avalanche with the final Marvel Legends Series comparison. Making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee from G.I. Joe Classified Series we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, we have the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch comparison, from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Series X-Men Retro Carded Avalanche, I have to say it's pretty basic. The sculpt and deco on the head really remind me of a Toy Biz figure. The way that they would sculpt and paint faces during the Toy Biz era of Marvel Legends. And that's not to say it's a bad thing, it's just, I don't know, it doesn't quite fit aesthetically with the rest of the Hasbro line, I suppose. And I'm talking about since they started calling it Marvel Legends Series. And, you know, I mean, the face is basically the only paint apps on this figure. All the silvers are done up in that swirly-twirly plastic. And I think all the blue is, you know, it's just blue plastic. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. His lack of paint apps makes, you know, there's another figure that makes up for that with extra paint apps. Because, you know, per wave they calculate out how many paint apps they get and accessories and all that good stuff. And, you know, as far as accessories go, I mean, he really didn't need anything. And he does come with an extra set of hands. And there's, you know, it's fine. It's not like this, you know, he mostly uses his mutant powers rather than weapons. Handheld weapons, at least. And again, this guy is okay. I mean, he's not the best of the wave. He's probably my least favorite of the wave that I purchased. I did not, or as of this recording, I have not purchased Multiple Man or the yellow and blue X-Men uniform Wolverine from this wave. And again, you know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with this guy. It's just, I don't know, it's more like he feels like he's filler for the wave. But if you're like me and you're trying to finish off the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants and or Freedom Force members, you know, this is, you need this guy to complete those teams. So there is that. Well, that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further, or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.